What's up, everybody? Shipwrecked. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to take y'all through a full reload on my 225 grain 300 blackout cast bullet. Got a couple of videos on this bullet. My mixture for my 15 Brunel hardness, the powder coating. Got videos on if you are casting your lead bullets and you're looking for a good method for picking out your lead wheel weights from your zinc wheel weights and everything else. I've got another video on that. I'll drop a link in the description for those. So the first step in the process is going to be sizing the bullet. When the bullet is cast, comes out of the mold, is actually the measurements are 0.311 thousandths of an inch. We need to get this down to 0.309 thousandths of an inch. So to do that, we will take this and our Lee sizer die, and this guy goes into the shell holder and pushes our lead bullet up through the sizer and sizes it to a perfect 0.309 inches. To do that, we're going to shake these up and coat them with liquid Lee's liquid A-LOX. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it also offers some protection to the bullet on top of the powder coat. So either way, you cannot do that. You cannot run these through the sizer without using some sort of lubricant, because it will change your overall length on your projectile. So let's get these things covered up and get them rolling in. Alright, so we've got our 100 bullets sorted out. I believe it's 100. Whenever I get done running these through, I will set them out in these dividers. They're 50 each. So I'll know at that point whether I need to did too many, or whether I need to do a few more to get exactly 100, to load 100 at a time. And we'll get to why I do that later in the video. So right now, Lee liquid A-LOX. All you need for about 100 is, maybe 2 drops. So that's what we're going to roll with. I'll put it on the side. 1, 2, we'll do 3, because it is a larger bullet. So see how I've got that in there? That's all you need. Alright. Roll good and shaky shaky. Okay. Alright. Goes right on there. Now, you take out your shell holder, put it to the side, and this is what we will be going in with. Goes in just like that. Now we will put our bullets on and push them up. Now if you're using a gas check, this is where the gas check goes on. You just slide it onto the bottom step right there, if the bullet is designed for that, and run it through. First few, until I get some weight in there, I will hold the top so I'm not pushing this up, because it'll all fall off and you'll have to pick them up. Also, if you have a bullet with a sharp point on the end, take your time easing it up, because you will flatten the top of it and you will have different shaped tips on the end of your bullet, and there will be different lengths too. It could really change some things when you get into seating the bullet. Alright, so I got all those sized up. Alright. 0.309 inches. Right there. 0.309. Alright. So we're good to go on that. Now I'm going to set these out in these trays. I can get a good count then, and I can go ahead and do a few more while I've got everything set up, because I've got to change a few of my dies around in order to get my full reload die set up on my turret. So we're going to go ahead and lay all these out. Alright, after these dry out, we are going to move into sizing our cases. Alright, so the next step in the process of reloading is we're going to size our cases. Now, here I've got 300 blackout federal cases. These have all been sorted. These are only federal. I'll probably find some Lake City. See, these are the Lake Cities that I've found already. I bought all this brass as federal brass, and the reason you want to do that is because the manufacturer, the thickness of the case is very important when you're sizing everything. If you have two different thicknesses on the case, your inside and outside diameter will also be different. So it's important to sort your head stamps. Very, very important. Sort all your head stamps. Put all your different manufacturers with each other. So we're going to count out 100 of these and get to sizing them. Alright, now we're going to size our cases. These cases have been cleaned and deprimed. They have not been sized. So as they sit, the fired case, we are at 0.333. Alright, and our thickness is it says that we are sitting on 14 or 15 thousandths, but there is a little bit of a burr on the outside of this. The case size is, or the case length is 1.354. So I think we can go all the way up to 1.367. The prime case length, I think, I'm calling out old numbers, I think it's like 1.348 or 49, something like that. Anyway, those three things are very important. The overall length of your case, the thickness of your brass, and yeah. So anyway, we're gonna get these sized up. We're gonna be using unique case lube. There's a lot of different ways to lube cases. It's very important to do it in such a way that whenever you do size your case, you're not going to end up with any bad dents around the shoulder. You don't want that. So I've always had pretty good success. I keep my sizing die clean. I clean it after every about 200, 300 rounds, somewhere in there. So as long as you keep your decapping pin and everything clean inside of there, yeah, anyway, so this is how it's done. Whenever you're lubing your case, you want case around the body of the case, not the shoulder. And then you want some on the inside of the neck to assist the ball on the end of the decapping rod as it goes in and resizes this. I'm using a I think it's the it's the small base die. It's been a while since I've been in here messing with this stuff, so it's the small base die. I do have the full length, and I've had better success with my AR through the small base. I haven't really messed with the full size since I've learned some very key important things, so not necessarily that the small base is better, but it is the AR series, and anyway. So I'm gonna get a little bit of this on my fingers, rub it in, go around the body like that, and then I'm gonna take a swab, rub that around in there a little bit, make like a little thing out of it. Alright, very careful not to touch the shoulder. I'm gonna run it in, spin it around. Alright, now we're looking at, yeah, see the thickness went down a little bit. There was a little bit of a burr on the thickness of the case. Now we're at 328.328. Alright, now my Sheridan slotted 300 blackout case gauge is going to let me know if that is a good cartridge, and voila, it is. And this is manufactured to minimum SAMI specs, so if it passes this gauge, there's a good chance you are going to be good in just about any platform for that cartridge you are reloading. So there's one. Still got some on my fingers. I'll rub that around, give it a little spin. Good. I'm going to give these a second look over. Make sure my head stamps are still matching. Even though I'm running these through the case gauge and everything else, I still want all of my ammo to be consistent by the manufacturer of the brass. Because I do the best I can to make my cast ammo consistent. I want these to be consistent as well, so I can have the best chance at a dependable trigger pull every time. Alright, it's been a couple days, I'm back. Got my flag back up in here. Alright, had it outside, decided to set back up in here. So our cases are sized. We're sitting at .331, 329. Let me check this one again. Yeah, 330, 330, 329. Alright, so we're sitting right around there. OD. The next step is we're going to flare the case so that it will accept the bullet a little easier and not shave off any lead. So this is the Lee Universal Expander die, and it's going to put just a small bell on the tip on this neck, on the mouth of the case. It's very important not to over flare, because one, you'll overwork your case and you won't be good for as many reloads. You'll see it crack faster, and also if you put too much of a flare on it, you have a possible bell in the neck, and that'll cause some chamber issues. So run it up. Yeah, and you can just barely feel that on there. I put my calipers on it. I'm sitting, it took it out, it's like 4/1000 of an inch. So, yeah. Okay, the next step is to prime the cases. So you can see the flash hole. Yeah, you can't see that. The flash hole has been cleaned out. The old primer has been knocked out. Now we're going to load it with Winchester small rifle primers. Now, when I pull back on this little leg right here, when the case goes up, this goes in, you come back down with this, and prime your case. So, case, up, in, Alright everybody, now we're at the next step in the process. We're going to put powder in our cases. Alright, so to do that we're going to use the Lee Perfect Powder measure. So you can twist this dial left and right, small increments to adjust your powder drop. Whenever you pick it up, it will drop powder into this little canister, and when you release it, however far in or out this is how much it will drop. This is a scale that I'm using. It gives me a very, very precise measurement. So my scooper weighs 36.4, and for this bullet we're using 11 grains of CFE BLK, a Hodge dime. Okay, so 36.4 is the weight of this. And the reason you don't want to zero it out on 36.4 is you'll get a more accurate reading, and it works better on some of your cheaper scales to do it this way. 36.4 plus 11 is 47 47.4. I like to use something to slightly tap after I drop it just to get everything down in there. .36. That one was a little light. A little light. Too much. 47.5. Let's take it back down. Right there. 47.48 is what it said. .47.4. 384. 47.4. Okay, we're good. Alright. Very important right here. I used to do each step one step at a time through one cartridge, and I had a lot of squib loads that way. So now I will fill up my tray however much I plan to seat and load today. I'll usually do about 50, sometimes I do 100. I will fill up this entire tray with a charged case, and then I will look over and I will see that they're all charged before I ever start seating a bullet. That way, a few months down the road, I want to know if I can trust these. I'll know that I did everything in my power. Yes, I can trust them. It's very important. Alright, now we've confirmed all these are full of powder. I'm taking these off the bench. That's how accidents happen. And you'll be wondering which one out of this whole 50 it is. So, we're swapped over to our seating die. This is preset, but excuse me. Alright, we're going to do a test seat real quick, see what we're running at. I've pulled one of mine, well, let's not do that. I'll use a good bullet because I feel good about this. I haven't changed anything in months. It should be right on. So, let's push it up in here and see how we do. A little pin in the bottom gets stuck. Alright. Should be about 2.090, I think. It's been a while. Yep. 2.089 is where we're sitting right now. That's good. That's good. So let's go ahead and give it a crimp. Run it through our gauge. This is a Sheridan 300 blackout case gauge. I think I already went over that. we are good. Good to go. All right. So, yes. Oh, there's something going on right here. Maybe a little slag. Yep. These cases, there's a small burr. I just had to kind of have to peel off with my thumbnail. Yeah, that's better now. Keep your case gauge clean. Anytime you start having a bad no-go test, you know, clean it first. It may not be anything wrong with your bullet. It may just be the gauge. Good. All right. All right, y'all. We can get these loaded up, take it out to the range, see how they do. Oh yeah, it's hot as shit out here. All right, I'm gonna show y'all my targets I got set up. So I bought some new metal targets this morning at the Wally World, and was so excited about coming out here that I forgot to think of any kind of a way to hang these damn things. So you gotta improvise where you can, right? So these are my targets. Yep, two little ones and one big one. All right, let's get on with it. 300 blackout. I'll put a link in the description or a little card up on the thing to show y'all if y'all want to see how this rifle was built. I did build this rifle and I'm very proud of it. I love this rifle. Here's our 225 grain Freedom seeds. Let's let them fly. All right, so definitely need to adjust my zero on this rifle, but fired off all 20 or so. I think it was 20. Probably should have been 29. Anyway, did hold the bolts open. It did hold the bolts open on the last round, so I'm happy about that. Let's go for round two. Maybe I can hit the target this time. All right, it really bothered me that I missed that many times, so I do have to show you just for reference. This is the back side of the targets. I was standing right here. All right, here's my targets. I mean, I damn near dug a trench right here, you know. So I'm not that far off. You guys probably out there like, man, this guy sucks. Yeah, my bad, man. I'm gonna make sure I got my shit together next time. I got a range video coming up. Anyway. All right, so yeah, my Romeo 5 was on my 223. So that's why my zero is off. It's all right. We're gonna go ahead and I'll zero this thing some other time. We're just gonna spray out these 20 and just have some fun with it. So here's the next batch. Hell yeah. All right, y'all. So that's us. I appreciate y'all watching. Sorry I couldn't hit the target. It's all right. It was fun anyway. Y'all please hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from y'all as always. Till next time, I'm out.